Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our Treble series here, getting the January transfer window kicked off here. We're going to do the majority of the second half of the season in this episode. That way in the second half, in the next episode rather, we can simulate the rest of the end of the season, and then I can go ahead and play the last game of the season, same as I did last year. So definitely want to go ahead and get that started. Just starting things off here, my scout needed to be sent back out to look for more players. I only put him out for 3 months because I was looking for a goalkeeper. Now I'm kind of looking a little bit more for defensive-minded players, just trying to find anything I can to really strengthen the squad. So as you guys are going to see going through these games, starting off, we were doing really well in the second half of the season. We were winning the games we needed to. We were winning by a pretty big margin in the majority of the games. But as the episode progresses, you're going to see it. We kind of start dropping points here and there. We're not really losing too much. We're just drawing too many games. Throughout this entire thing, we're still standing pretty steady in the top two, if not just in the league in general. So the majority of the league is kind of going up and down the way that I am. So we're not losing too many placings within the team. Like as you guys see here against Shrewsbury, we should have definitely won this game. We missed a penalty with KEE early on. I'm going to have a few teams come through in this transfer window coming after KEE. Obviously, you know, he started off the first half of the season really well. He was top goal scorer for about 4 or 5 weeks, and then Ambrose and everybody else started kicking off pretty hard, and then Bailey, I think, is also top around there in the top goal scorers, but nobody's really coming after him, obviously, because he's on loan. But the team's been playing really well. Stokes has been playing well. KEE, as you guys see, still playing well, still scoring goals, doing what he needs to do. Bakari also obviously doing incredible with, I think at this point, the most assists in the league. Saf will be getting into the squad here in this episode a little bit more often because of some injury issues here and there, but he definitely starts getting some more opportunities to play within the team. Cresswell's doing really well out on the left. O'Donnell's doing really well on the right. Our defense is a little iffy. Obviously, we're still looking to bring in a lot of players on the defensive side. We still have Bricks as our goalkeeper to come in soon. I was just going to keep training him up in the training sessions to get his overall up to where our current goalkeeper is at, so that we don't have any issues switching out goalkeepers for the next season. So he'll probably hit that 67, 68 rated by the end of the season, and then for next year he'll 100% be our starting goalkeeper. But it'll be nice to have 2 goalkeepers of the same caliber, so that we can use one for cup games and one for the league next year. As you see, he ends up getting sold out. Not too big of a deal. Wasn't really too worried about losing him. Obviously, we have really good players coming through nonetheless. Cresswell will start getting some striker options here pretty soon. Obviously, we still have Ambrose and Akinfenwa still at our disposal for another year. So the team's been playing really well, so I'm really not worried about it. I asked for a little bit of money here, only 400,000. I just needed a little bit of money to grab another scout in for the team. They end up giving me around 250 or something like that. Exactly how much I needed to go ahead and bring this scout in. 5-star judgment, 4-star experience. Gonna send him out for 3 months after an attacker in Denmark, just trying to bring in the best players we can to make sure the team is still progressing at full strength. But like I was saying, our youth players that are coming through, they're all doing really well. Bailey I've been putting up at the striker position because we did end up losing KEE, and then we obviously still have Ambrose out at this point for another month or two. But other than that, the team's been playing really well. The team's been really strong in each position. Obviously, center defensive mid is our strong suit. That's where we keep getting all these youth players for. We end up getting one more a little bit later on in this episode. You guys are going to see. Our scouts are doing really well. Obviously, now we have 3 scouts, all really incredible scouts. They're going to be bringing us in incredible players from all over the world. Definitely going to be looking at what the best places are to send them out to bring in the best talent. Going to start bringing in some English players, doing what I need to make sure that next year we can go straight into League One and just go ahead and win a league or get automatic promotion right off the bat. I mean, that's the goal. we don't want to waste any more time standing stagnant in leagues. We want to make sure that we're always progressing, always getting better, and always moving towards that Premier League area. And hopefully by the time we get to the Premier League, we may actually, thinking about it, when we get to the Championship, I'm not too worried about moving straight into the Premier League. We want to sit there for a minute and make sure that we get our players to about I'd probably say a 75 overall rating, so that when we get to the Premier League, we can go ahead and progress those players up to the 78 to 80 rated, so that we can actually start challenging for top 4, and then just everything will just kind of build within itself, and then we'll have hopefully some of the best players in the world. Hopefully not selling anybody off, but if we do, we have some players behind them to make sure that we can continue with the strength. But as you guys see, Saf has moved his way into the squad. That's mainly because of injuries here and there. We just had to move some players around. But here are 2 players that we managed to find in recent scouting adventures. Mickelson in center defensive mid, and then Bootroyd in the right mid position. So already, we have O'Donnell in the right mid, but he's a strong player, but it always helps to have 2 of them, especially once we lose Bailey. We want to make sure that one of those 2 are going to be able to play at the same level as Bailey has. It's definitely going to be hard to replace somebody like him because he had a lot of pace. We're definitely looking for another player that's going to bring that much pace to the team, bring that much experience and goal getting opportunities from the wing position. But the training sessions have been going incredibly well. Saf up to a 68 rated, which is, I really wasn't noticing that until he asked to play, and then I realized, oh, he's actually a higher rated than Dickinson. So went ahead and threw him into that center attacking mid position. He started playing really well, getting the assist he needed, getting the goals he needed. At this point in the season, Northampton, I believe, is in 2nd place. As you guys see, their form is incredible, but we managed to come into this game, get an early goal from Akinfenwa, but they level it up in the 54th minute. Akinfenwa gets another penalty in the 69th minute, and we actually managed to win 2-1. So that gives us a little bit of breathing room at the top. Like I said, we were dropping a lot of points with draws and stuff, so it's definitely nice to grab the goal or grab the wins when we need them. Grab all 3 points to make sure that we stay at the top and work our way away from the rest of the league. In no way did I want to end up losing that position. But as you see, Bootroyd is 77 to 94 potential rating. He's going to be incredible for us. And here, Chan-hee Park is going to be a left wing for us. Overall right now at a 48. Definitely going to be progressing really well to that 78 to 94, probably around that area as well. I think it's 77 to 93 or something. But he's going to be an incredible player for us. He's probably going to be more of a set left winger for us as we move Cresswell into that striker position, because as I said in the last episode, he's a very strong player and he's a very tall player. So he's going to do really well in that striker role, and I think I'm going to try to work out his finishing to make him into more of a striker for next season. Here against Wickham, obviously another team that is really high up in the league and challenging for a top 2 placement. We actually end up losing that game 2-1, so that not a good game to lose at all. But then coming into the Cambridge game, definitely had to be on our best. We have Ambrose back, so we had Ambrose and Akinfenwa up top, and Bailey was able to move back to his right mid position. So at this point, we're just moving players around, figuring out who can play where. We actually move O'Donnell out to the left so that we can put Bailey on the right. The rest of the team basically stays the same. That's really why I didn't show you too much going on with the lineup adjustments, is because it really stayed the same throughout the majority of the season. But that is going to be the end of this episode. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later.